Thank you so much. So wonderful to see this fantastic crowd here. Good morning and welcome to the 12th annual Encourage Breakfast presented by RBC Wealth Management. Thank you for starting your day with us this gorgeous day. Isn't it lovely outside? We're so glad you're here helping to make a difference in the lives of children, adults, and families in the local community. Look at this lovely co-host here. Isn't she wonderful? I need a tiara. I love your tiara. It's wonderful. Thank you for supporting the services of Courage Kenny Rehabilitation Institute, St. Croix. This is actually my first time being here at the Encourage Breakfast, so I'm extra delighted to have this lovely lady here on stage with me, and is a true veteran of Courage Kenny St. Croix. Mikayla Holmgren has been involved with Courage Kenny for many years, and as mentioned in our introduction, Mikayla has an impressive resume. You are quite accomplished. She's a public speaker and self-advocate. She graduated from Bethel University in 2018, has been dancing since the age of 6, and as you can tell, look at her, she's been involved in pageant life. She glows. In fact, Mikayla was the first woman with Down syndrome to participate in any Miss USA pageant. I'm going to move this down here so they can see your lovely face. Let's give her a round of applause. Mikayla, it's so nice to have you here. Can you tell us how old you were when you first received services with Courage Kenny?
I was 4.
And how old are you now?
Now I'm 24.
I love it. That's awesome. What services and programs have you participated in at Courage Kenny?
Speech OT, carriage riders, swimming lessons, and I received a scholarship for college.
Big round of applause for that. Well deserved. What do you like best about Courage Kenny?
I like my therapist. I love to swim. And I like to do is I like the pool, but I like to write, and then write just helps me do my speeches.
And you do a wonderful job. My goodness, that's great. And that smile, too. It's fantastic. Okay, now I know you've participated in many pageants. I want to make sure I get the list. Miss USA, Miss Amazing, and the Global Beauty Awards. What do you like best about participating in these pageants?
It's really fun. I love the stage. And I love meeting all the girls. And I'm able to be awareness for those with special needs.
Wonderful. You're an amazing advocate for them, too. Mikayla has won several awards, including these at the 2017-2018 Miss USA pageant. Spirit of Miss USA Award, Director's Award, and I know this is really going to be a surprise to you, Miss Congeniality Award. I mean, it's got her name written all over it. I understand, Mikayla, that you have a job that you really like. Where do you work?
Valley Preschool in Stillwater.
And what is your role there?
My role there is, I love to read with children. I like to work with children. I play with them and reacting with them. It's so much fun. I'm the meal prep, and it's so much fun.
And I bet they just love your enthusiasm, too. That's contagious. What is the big goal that you are working towards now?
Now I'm working towards to my dance owner of my dance studio, so I can work with kids, dancing, and art.
That's a great combination, and you've been dancing since you're 6, so that's a great goal. Is there anything else you'd like to share, Mikayla, with this wonderful audience?
Yeah, I have to flip.
Okay. That's allowed.
Thank you for coming and supporting the services and programs for Courage Kenny St. Croix.
Thank you so much, Mikayla. You are so fantastic. Now it is my pleasure to introduce a family that has been involved at Courage Kenny St. Croix since 2006. Please welcome Haley Olson and Holly and Mark Arps.
My name is Holly Arps, my husband Mark, and our daughter Haley Rose Olson. Oh, now she's shy. I'd like to thank Holly for inviting us to talk about Courage Kenny here today. My husband Mark and I love talking about our daughter, Haley Rose, and the impact Courage Kenny has had on our lives. Our family was blessed when Haley was born almost 26 years ago. Haley had complications after birth, and they caused brain damage, resulting in cognitive delays, fine motor, and loss of vision. We weren't sure if she was going to survive, let alone walk or talk. But she thrived. When you have a child with disabilities, it opens a whole new world for you. You have doctors, early childhood resources, therapists, teachers, coaches, and other families. When you hear the phrase, "it takes a village to raise a child," for a child with special needs, it takes a community. Courage Kenny St. Croix has been a large part of our lives. Haley has been going to Courage Kenny for the past 13 years. In 2006, we moved from Woodbury to Stillwater, largely based on the resources for Haley. Stillwater has outstanding schools. They have a wonderful lumberjack Special Olympics team, and Courage Kenny was key to our decision. We know other families that have children with special needs that have actually moved to Stillwater because of the resources here. I'd like to introduce my daughter, Haley Rose. I don't know if she's going to talk or not.
Hi.
Haley has a busy schedule. What do you do at Courage Kenny on Tuesdays?
Exercise and swimming.
Yeah, she does team fitness and swimming. Here's some pictures of her. We'll be there later today doing the team fitness and swimming. What do you do at Courage Kenny on Thursdays?
Exercise and swimming.
No.
Exercise and yoga.
Yeah, exercise and adaptive yoga. So there's some pictures of her doing yoga. What do you like best about Courage Kenny?
I doing with my friends.
Yeah, you like the friends, the volunteers, the instructors. They make exercise fun. Haley also has had physical therapy, speech therapy at Courage Kenny. This has helped Haley improve her strength and balance in speech. Swimming, fitness, and yoga continues to improve her balance and her strength. Mark, your thoughts on the impact of Courage Kenny on our lives?
Right here.
Okay, how do you follow that? Thanks, Holly and Haley. Some of you may be old enough to remember a television show that started with a song. And don't worry, I'm not going to sing. But the lyrics went something like, "Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came." Well, Courage Kenny is Haley's cheers. When she enters, she's greeted with a rousing, "Hi, Haley." And what do you say?
Hi.
When she's welcomed by staff, volunteers, and other clients. This is Haley's community. She's safe to be herself there, safe to be with her friends. And obviously the therapy is world class, but it's the community and her friends that keep her coming back several times a week and keeps us coming back because the parents are community too. Some people say that they're so sorry that we have a child with disabilities. In the end, the reality is that we're lucky. We're lucky to be a member of her community along with her. Courage Kenny is clearly a big part of that. Special Olympics is a big part of that. The Lumberjacks. There's another organization in Stillwater Valley Friendship Club. We need the athletics and social and otherwise to be a community. So we're lucky we get to celebrate with her. We get to celebrate her accomplishments, like a gold medal at the Special Olympics track meet, right, Haley? Yeah, she's got more medals. So how many medals do you think you have, Haley?
A lot.
A lot. So we're lucky. We get to watch her grow and grow along with her. This is a family picture at a wedding where Haley was maid of honor of her sister. So Haley is a wonderful, almost 26-year-old young lady, and Courage Kenny helped a lot. Courage Kenny has been an important part of the St. Croix Valley community that allows Haley and her friends really to thrive. We're not here to survive, but they're thriving. So we want to thank the staff and the community of supporters like you who keep Courage Kenny St. Croix strong. Thank you.
Now I have the honor of inviting to the stage someone who lives by the motto, "Every day is a gift." Please welcome Dave Gerhke.
Good morning. My name is Dave Gerhke, and I've had Parkinson's disease for over 23 years. Thank you for inviting me here today, and thank you for coming and supporting Courage Kenny. I strongly say every day is a gift. When you wake up in the morning, be thankful for each day. We are not promised tomorrow. Each day is a gift. Hopefully today we can share a few things about Parkinson's disease. I have a lot of people to thank, so if you don't like my speech today, send all complaints, criticisms, hate mail, what have you, to Leah Smith, Courage Kenny, Stillwater, Minnesota. Parkinson's affects different people different ways. Some people shuffle when they walk. Others shake uncontrollably, have trouble with balance and speech, or combinations. Famous boxer Muhammad Ali shook violently and lost his speech. Singer Linda Ronstadt had trouble walking and can no longer sing. Michael J. Fox, when he's on the street, is always moving and he hides his hands a lot. For me, Parkinson's started with just my little finger on my right hand shaking. Then my whole right hand, arm, pretty much my entire body. I couldn't be standing up here today like I was. I've always lived an active physical life. I was a head football coach at two major high schools in the Twin City area, Alexander Ramsey, which is now Roseville High School, and Columbia Heights High School. I played, coached, and refereed high school and collegiate hockey, did a lot of skiing and sailing and golfing. I also did things like skydiving. It was really hard to have that taken away. Try to imagine the things you like to do the most, suddenly you can't do it anymore. It seems like every day was getting worse. People were generally kind, and statements like, "I did not notice," and "You look good." Well, I noticed, and needless to say, I did not feel good. I just had to smile, however, when little old ladies would hold the door open for me. I was approached by a stranger once and asked, "How long have you had Parkinson's?" He said he saw by the way I walked that I had it, and that gets to you mentally. Shortly thereafter, Dr. Paul Tuitt from the University of Minnesota started working with me. He got me on the right medicines. They didn't control the tremors completely, so he suggested deep brain stimulation surgery for both sides of my head. Now, time does not allow me to go into deep brain stimulation discussions at the time, so if you have questions about it, perhaps you can come up and see me later. We can talk about that. Dr. Tuitt knew of something more I could do to help my Parkinson's. He suggested Courage Kenny and the Big and Loud program. What's a Big and Loud program? It's a scientifically designed program of intense exercises to improve motor skills and vocal skills. As my Parkinson's disease progressed, my movements got slower and smaller. My speech got slower and softer, and I had trouble swallowing. I was reluctant at first. I was thinking, do I really want to do this? But I thought I'd give it a try. This is where Courage Kenny came into my life. The Big and Loud program consisted of 1 hour of physical therapy and 1 hour of speech therapy 4 days a week. The first days at Courage Kenny, I was introduced to two of the nicest people I've ever known. Jenny Tessito introduced me to the big program. We hit it off right away because her kids played hockey. In fact, we still talk hockey a lot. Shortly after, Leah Smith started working with me also. Leah's also so much fun. I even forgive her for being a Green Bay Packer fan. Kind of. Both were excellent therapists and very professional. But Jenny and Leah, please stand up and be recognized. Leah and Jenny. I could feel myself getting stronger. Jenny actually used me as an example when she taught a course for other therapists. One time with Leah, I felt so good I thought I could run. I had not run for a couple of years. I stupidly did not tell her. I just took off. Upon stopping about 25 yards away, I turned around and she was right there beside me. She ran with me, was afraid I might fall. I've been amazed at the observation skills both ladies have. They know me better than I do. Both ladies stress the big exercises, and I see why. They help. I also did the Loud program with Peggy Perry and Lori Mead. These two gals improved my speech to the point that I can talk to you today. I did struggle for a while and still have problems speaking. After a good experience with other staff members, Beth, Kristen, Sonia, and Megan, in working with occupational therapy, I completed my Big and Loud 16-week session with Courage Kenny. Doing these exercises gives me the strength and internal cues to do everyday tasks like walking, writing, getting in and out of a car, talking, and swallowing better. I do not shake anymore. Okay, I couldn't do this a while ago. Well, sometimes my right leg shakes, but I think that just makes me a better dancer. I would do a disservice to the front desk gals if I did not say what a good job they do. Thank you, Bridget, Melissa, Beth, and Marissa. You do a great job of keeping things together. Welcoming and friendly. Over and above Parkinson's, on October 19th, 2017, I had a slight stroke. Thankfully, my wife recognized the symptoms and got me to the hospital quickly. After that, my balance has been affected. I've fallen 13 times in the past year and a half. When you walk, you don't think about it, you just walk. I've got to plan ahead and think about each step. Back to therapy. Every day is a gift. I know I can do a better job, and I would love to golf again. I've ice skated all my life. I would love to do it again. I actually tried, but that did not go too well. I took 2 strides and my body told me to stop. Dr. Tuitt was not pleased, to say the least. To paraphrase him, you did what? Tried to skate? Not a smart move. Nowadays, I continue at the Big and Loud follow-up classes on Friday with Leah. She does a great job. There are usually 1 or 2 student therapists there learning how she can keep it interesting and still fun for 7 or 8 old-timers like me. My wife looks forward to Fridays too, visiting with other wives while we are in therapy. It's become quite a group. Social worker Amy Stanton is a big help there. It remains a struggle, but I am still fighting. My major problem is stiffness and depression. If I sit for an hour, I get really stiff. I get depressed, try not to show it. I find that I am very emotional. I cry easily over things that are not important, but every day is a gift. In football coaching terms, I know my life is in the 4th quarter, maybe close to overtime. I have been and remain a lucky man. I have a great wife, 2 kids, 6 grandchildren. Are they on screen? Good friends and a strong belief in God. Courage Kenny, you have been and continue to be a great part of my life. Thank you for all you've done. Every day is a gift. Thank you.
Thank you again for your support of being a part of the Encourage Breakfast and celebrating abilities. Have a wonderful morning, and thanks for making a difference.